Welcome to Bantu Tesla, and I want to take the time to try to articulate for you guys why I'm doing this and what motivated me to do it. So I'm going to screen share and go to this part that we spoke about earlier. And this is just a snippet from Naeem Akbar's book, Know Thyself. I'm going to go right in. Say again. Okay, I'm going to go right into it. He talks about, he starts out, this is part of his introduction, and he talks about consciousness and says that consciousness, as he defines it, is knowing with others. And it is the internal manifestation of knowledge. Awareness is the distinguishing quality that differentiates between human life that is functional and life that is dysfunctional. And we have a lot of dysfunctional behavior amongst our people. And what is implied here, and this is another reason why I did this, is because this helps us to understand why our people are so dysfunctional. Is because we don't have the awareness of our past and what our capabilities are, not necessarily us that we're talking to here, but it'll explain why there's been so many problems with Black people, with our people, okay? And as a people share, he goes on to say, as a people shared knowledge is the criteria assessing the level of civilization. So personal awareness is the way by which we determine individual functioning. There is no wonder that the ancient African people taught the world and later transmitted by the Greek and Roman students of Africa. Let's be very clear about that. That's another thing. Our ancestors are the ones who established this whole paradigm, okay, and defining what is human and what is what defines what makes you a human and a functional human. It was an African concept that was taught to the world, and later on the Greeks and the Romans came in and they were taught after we taught them how to bathe and do other basic things that they could not do, okay? But it is an African cultural sociology that really has defined and is really on the forefront of establishing the human race, okay? And that ultimate, he goes on to say, and that ultimate instruction for human growth and transformation was, man, know thyself. And that's where he got the title of his book. To be conscious, he goes on to say, to be conscious is to be alive. Animated by, which alive in this case means to be animated. In anything that is living, any animal that is living is alive, right? But not only should you be alive through spiritual by being animated by spiritual energy, but you also have to be human. And in order to be human, you can't be a human because dogs are alive, cats are alive. You know, a lot of animals, animated things are alive, but they're not human. To be human, you have to become aware, you know, and there's a level of awareness, and awareness is knowing. He goes on in the next part here, and he says, and this is the part that motivated me to do this. Each generation is responsible for maintaining the level of consciousness, knowing, attained by the previous generation, and for advancing the family and community to even higher levels by development of their own consciousness, okay? He goes on to say, every civilized group of people establishes mechanisms by which this process is ensured. So that's how important it is. Every advanced society, this is the foundational stuff that you have to have in place. And that's the enslavement process of African people who were brought to this country. That was the first thing they took from us. We lost that all of that cultural, all these cultural structures that are basic to any group. Because he says here, every civilized group of people establishes mechanisms by which this process is ensured. You have to become conscious. You have to have a foundation of knowledge that is a part of a continuity of knowledge that was established because people have learned before you were born, and now you're here. They want to pass it on to you, and that's what I'm doing with this workshop, is I'm passing this knowledge on to you guys from what I learned. I've been studying this for 20 years, okay? And I understand that in order for our family and our people to move forward independent and be able to come to the table, okay, and work with other groups in America and throughout the world, we have to have our own. We have to have our own economic base. And the way we build our economic base is we have to have a strategy that will build passive income for our family and be able to build an estate that we, in each lifetime, you can pass it on to your children, and now they are instructed that what you have to do is, this is how I did it, and this is what you're going to be responsible for making better. That's what this whole process is about. And he goes on to talk about education and the importance of education. You know, education in its inception is understood as a process of harnessing the inner potential that is yet unexpressed and bringing it out and up into consciousness. The process of equipping the human being with the consciousness awareness of their true nature was an essential task that every society provided for its offspring. They fully understood the gross limitations of reproducing their flesh in the young without reproducing their minds. So in other words, you're having kids, but then, you're not educating, you're not teaching them or arming them with the tools and the basic understanding they need in order to be a productive and successful human being. And that's what this is what this workshop is aimed at doing, is repairing the things that we've left out. I think I will be the first to pop my collar, and I am proud to be a part of a family and connected to a family on your side, Jimmy, Karen, on our side, where morally we got it going on. We good, okay? But economically, we need, we like everybody else, we need work. We got to work on the foundation and the knowledge we need to move forward financially. Okay, so I'm going to end that, and this is why I thought that this was really well said and well written, and I think it spoke to exactly what I wanted to do, and it defined this workshop. So I'm going to go into this. Any questions? Any feedback?
No, I think that was a great introduction, and I'm applauding you for caring enough about the people that's coming behind you.
Yeah.
Like you said, we got to do better.
We got to do better.
Other cultures have a way, they figured it out. They got the jump on us, and they're doing better by leaps and bounds, and we have to catch up, find a way to level the playing field.
Right. And one of the reasons why I felt like it was so important to really, I know, Karen, I've been screaming this, from the rafters for the last few months, and I've been doing it actually since 2019, because this is a unique opportunity. There's all kinds of opportunities all over the place, but with Tesla, with Biden coming in, and with this, it just creates, this is a rare opportunity. We got rid of Trump. Now, the killing of George Floyd now leaves us with a beautiful, rare opportunity, because now there are mechanisms where you can take a few dollars and you can blow that into thousands of dollars. You just have to understand the system and use the system to make money. And once you make enough money, you can take that money and that money can make more money for you. And I'm sure you all have heard this forever. You know, rich people let their money make money for them. Poor people, you know, take their money and as soon as they get it, they spend it, you know, and they never have anything left over and they just go from paycheck to paycheck to paycheck. And that cycle has to be broken for us. And at least I know that there's a way you can do it, and everybody does this. It's not anything new, but it's just as far as investing goes, we're kind of, you know, we don't know about saving. Saving and investing is really almost the same thing. The difference is when you're saving, you're putting money into like a savings account, but you know, they're going to give you 1% on that. The irony of that is they're taking your money and they're doing exactly what I'm going to show you right now. And they're taking that money and they're making 100, they're doubling your money and they're only giving you 1% of what they made on your money. That's how banks make money. Okay? You got that? You understood that? Is that?
Oh yeah, that's right. I mean, that's very true. You're spot on with that.
Right.
Spot on.
Okay. So I'm gonna go to this slide right here. All right. Yeah. Every time I share, I forgot I got to change what software that I have up on my desktop. So this is the poster. Okay. And the thing I read was this. Let me get my little annotation tool here. Let me get my, let's see, boom. Yeah, so this piece right here, this is the piece that I just read to you guys. Can you see that?
Yep.
Okay, that's the piece that I just read to you, saying as to why I thought that this was pivotal. You know, when Elon Musk first started talking about, or actually when he purchased Solar City, which his brother or his cousin was running at the time. And he had already created, of course, you know, the car. He had created the Tesla as a car, and he had already done this piece with the power wall. Okay. And when he did that, that's when I decided to create this poster. Okay. And this poster is just, and the fact that the date on when I created this poster is the most important thing I want you to see in advance, is to show you how long I've been following this guy. All right. Okay, let me exit out of that. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead to the next one. Oops. My bad. Got the still got the annotation tool in my hand. I got to get rid of that. Okay, and go back to get rid of annotation. Okay, now I think my regular thing should work. Okay, all right. So this shows. I only put this up here so you can see.
Oh.
Can you see it? Now, who's that little guy right there? You guys?
Who is that?
That's Josh.
That's Josh.
That's Josh.
Dude right there. That's Josh. Okay. So this is how old this picture is. Okay. But what I want you to see here is this was when I became an NCO. I was already in charge of, and this is back in, oh my God, this had to be back in probably 85, 86 is when, and this is when I graduated from my advanced NCO course, and in that course was where I learned how to do lessons. I had to do lesson plans. We had to do all kinds of stuff to train these guys. These were my guys that I had in my section. This guy was this guy with the glasses right here. He was the supervisor for the department that I took over. Okay. When I came there, I was an E6. All right. The only reason I'm bringing all that up is to let you know, this is how I learned how to give classes and give training. And in that particular job, if you notice that, if you see, I have 3 stripes on the top and 1 on the bottom at the time. And then once I got finished with that course, then they gave me this extra stripe on the bottom, and that was money. Okay, so that was the only reason why I did it, because that would allow me to make more money. But it also, the money was a nice little icing. What I later realized, the real cake of that experience was doing the lesson plans, giving the training, learning how to do lesson plans, and managing people. That was the most important, vital thing that I learned from taking this course. This advanced NCO course is what only people who are NCOs get, this kind of training. And the rest of these guys, they never even took basic NCO. They just, a lot of them just got their rank because people liked them, you know? And then I went on, of course, to go to Bronx Community. And, you know, I got my 2-year degree in telecommunication technical associate. And so that's my little degree that I got. And then I went on, after I left Verizon, I went on to do this job working for the federal government, is where I was a security officer. So I was one of the guys that when they stormed the Capitol, well, the Capitol Police had contract workers, people that worked for them, and I was the equivalent of one of those guys. So, you know, I've had so much training. You guys know I've been in the military for so many years that it's just not even funny. And I only bring that up because I actually anticipated that there would be some people in here that don't know me. All right. And I didn't know if Karen or Jameek, you guys knew that I had all of this training, you know, so I'm not just doing this, you know, because I just, you know, it's some whim, you know.
I knew you had a lot of stuff involved, but I didn't know that you had that much training.
Right.
You was always hands-on, and I remember you was security. I remember you had a gun.
Right.
I remember.
Yeah.
And I remember heavily into the communications big time. So I got more of understanding now. I'm older. What that really meant.
Right. Because when I was doing all that stuff, you guys, if Joshua was that small, you know how small you were, Jameek.
Right. I was like, what?
I think, you were still, because how old are you? How much older than you than Joshua? Joshua
was born in 82, right? 83.
Huh?
Josh was born in 83.
Oh, don't ask me what year. I can't remember that. I can tell you how old he is. I can tell you.
How old is he now? How old is he?
Huh?
How old is he?
He's 37.
8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm 8 years older, so I was right.
Oh, you're 8 years older than Josh?
Right. That sounds right.
Wow, that makes you 40. Get out of here. You can't be no 45.
I am 45. I'm about to be
46. Get out of here. Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God. You don't look it. You don't look it. I thought you would have gone. I thought you and Josh were the same age. I didn't know that.
Thank you.
Keep doing what you're doing, brother. It's working.
I'm trying.
Okay. So to, you know, I got to clean up something here. I didn't know that thing was going to still be there. Yo, bear with me. I didn't know that. I don't know how this stuff works. Okay, so now we get into the meat of when we're talking about trading and the difference between trading and investing money. See here, trading is something you would do primarily if you want to make your weekly money. I just want that to be real clear, you know, up front. Trading is something you do to make weekly money. And it's something that you would do really, if you wanted to just, you know, hold on to something for a couple of days or maybe a week or two, and you buy it low, and then you wait for it to go where you suspect it's going to go, and then you sell it. Okay. And we call that pumping, because you're just really buying low and selling high. And these are the kind of stocks that you will use just strictly to pump weekly and daily cash. That's the only reason why you're using these stocks. And that is called trading. That's the difference between, now that's what a trader does. An investor, see, like here it says number 2, invest money to earn money. Now, this is the money that you've been saving. You're saving to do both of these. You have to, every time you get paid, the way you're going to build your money to be able to do any of this stuff is usually it's through your 401k and your regular savings account or whatever it is. And what I'm suggesting is keep some money in a savings account, and when you build that up, take some of that money and transfer it into your investment account. And you would want to invest in something like, you know, the Tesla stock, or these are what we call blue chip, high growth stocks. That's what Tesla is. And it's blue chip,
high growth.
Yeah, it's very high growth. And Tesla is the first, what we will call an exponential growth stock. They've never had an exponential growth stock. That's what Tesla is, as opposed to, say for instance, Coca-Cola, any one of the airlines that you would invest in, Procter and Gamble, any of these stocks, that are like, you know, Colgate, Palmolive. These are what you call blue chip stocks, that they have been around since almost people have been making soap. You know, Colgate, Palmolive. They make a line of product. Colgate, Palmolive, McDonnell Douglas. They make all of the airlines and the airplanes. These are blue chip companies. GE. These are stocks that are never ever going to go anywhere, basically, right? And all of them are on this list that I'm going to show you. These are blue chip stocks. The other thing, so that those are the stocks you would use for investing, so that your money will make money for you. Okay, those blue chip stocks are the stocks that are going to do it more on a long-term basis. When you invested in these stocks, these are 5-year, 10-year, 20-year stocks that you're going to hold. That's what a Tesla is. But a Tesla is a blue chip stock on steroids. Because this is something that has never ever existed before. And I can tell you that because of the 20 years I've had of looking at all of these blue chip stocks, Berkshire Hathaway, Amazon. You know, I called Amazon back in, oh my God, I called Amazon and I knew it was going to explode, but I just didn't know when. So I called Amazon back in something like 2008, 2009. I had tons of Amazon stock, but I didn't know when it was going to explode, but I knew it would, you know. So I held on to it and held on to it until I just couldn't keep it anymore. I had the stock market crashed in 2008. So a lot of the things that I'm doing now, I had to put off, and I wound up using that money just basically to survive, you know. And then and I went back to work and the whole nine, you know. But now I kept one share of Amazon. Of all the stocks I had at the time, I kept one share, and the only thing I kept was Amazon, because I knew it was going to explode. And it didn't. I sold the last share of Amazon in 2013 when I lost that security job that you saw me on. My health got so bad, I had got gout and I couldn't pass the physical, so I lost that job. So because of that, I had to sell that one share of Amazon that I had, and at the time it was worth about $400-500 a share. And as soon as I sold it the next year, Amazon exploded. It went up to $1,700 a share. Soon as I sold it. Just, and that's another thing. This is just the way it is, folks. Timing. You cannot call the market. Even Kathy Woods, you know, I'll show you another thing that she mentioned. Well, I won't bother doing it here, but I'll post it to Facebook, where she said that she predicts that sometime this year there's going to be what we call a correction, what Karen calls a crash. Karen said everything is ready. Okay, right, cuz? And Kathy Woods, yeah, Kathy Woods just said that, like 2 days ago, 3 days ago. I was watching her, you know, and that's another thing I want to show you guys is how to go to these websites and find things. That's another thing I'm going to do here. I'm watching our time. How are we doing on time? Okay, we almost completed the first hour. I want to do one more. But we're starting to move now. But I wanted this slide to be very clear to you guys to understand. So Karen, you will be able to relax, and you got to understand, and I'm going to keep repeating this. It is a 5, 10, 15, 20-year process for number 2 on this slide. Okay? That's invest money to earn money. That investment money is what you're going to put into these blue chip stocks and these exponential growth stocks like a Tesla. Amazon may do something else, but I doubt it, because Amazon has basically kind of done what it was going to do. It's kind of run out of tricks, you know. It's a multi-trick pony, but it cannot. The reason why I bring Amazon up is because, like I said, I told you, Karen, look at Amazon. Look where it is from where it was when I sold it in 2013. You know, it was $400 a share. Now it's $3,500 a share for Amazon. You know, and that's from 2013. What are we talking? 7, 8 years?
Yeah.
You can't do something like that for a year and expect to. You know, it doesn't work that way. The big people who get the big money are in things from 5 to 10 years. That's just the way it is. Now, every once in a while, you'll get on to something like a Tesla. Like I got people to buy Tesla, and Karen, tell me, did I have to work to get you to buy it or what?
Yeah, he did, but you know, it spoke for itself. The process spoke for itself. Once you made that money,
yeah,
to me, you know, it was a no-brainer, and it's something that's clear that I missed.
Right.
And that was the lesson right there. I don't want to feel that never again.
Right.
So you
yeah, to have missed. Right. And now, so when I got in on it, it was $190 a share. And I keep repeating this story to show people when I was begging people to get into it, you know. And I bought me and Mom, between what Mom put in and what I put in, altogether, I think we bought about 35 share at that time, because it was only $200 a share. I sold part of my apartment in New York, and the guy threw me $6,500. I gave a $1,500 to my niece who was working on her PhD in law, and I took the rest of that $4,500 and I put it all on Tesla. And then Mom, you know, I told Mom about it, and she said, well, I want to get some of it too, you know. And I forget something. Oh, she had lent Angie at the time. She lent Angie another $4,000 because Angie was trying to finish her PhD. So when Angie sold part of her house, she gave Mom back that $4,000, and so I put that into Tesla. So altogether, with what I was putting in, and every month I was putting in another $400 on Tesla. You got to remember, it was only $190 a share. So I was getting 2 share here, 2 share there, you know, and before you know it, we had a grand total of like 37 share. So what happened? It went up to $2,500 for each share we had, okay? And then it split For every 1 share you had, you got 5. Okay. And then the price dropped by 1/5. So at 3,000, I think it was $2,500 a share. So every share now dropped back to $500 a share. Okay. And then it turned around and it moved further down. Okay. To, let me go. I got to do a new share. I'm going to share this screen with you guys so you actually can see what my portfolio actually looks like. And so this is actually, and so Karen, to let you know, see all of this red in here, cuz I'm with you.
Yeah, but it just don't hurt so bad for you.
No, it just doesn't hurt at all, because look, look at the numbers. If you're talking about Tesla, you're only talking about 5%. That's nothing. That's nothing. Look at this Dogecoin that I have.
I didn't know you had that. Okay.
Yeah, I only got $100. So, and another thing I want to show you here is math. When you see these percentages, you got to always say in your mind, percentages of what? See, because percentages don't mean anything if they're not related to something. So you may see a big number like this, but it's only related to me having 2,228 shares of something that costs 3 pennies. You see this number right here?
That's nothing.
That's nothing. But it looks like a big number. 338.1. It looks like the world is coming to an end.
So you're saying, not to interrupt, but so look at the share amount, and look at off of what is
right.
What's coming
See,
off.
This is the share price. You see the share price here?
Right.
That's .03. That 3 is 3 pennies. See, that's 3 pennies. So yeah, it went down 3 pennies. But guess what it was before it went to 3 pennies? It was 4 pennies. It only went down 1 penny.
I see what you're saying now.
You see? It went down 1 penny. Well, it actually went down 2 pennies for me, because when I bought it at 5 cents. But that doesn't tell you how much money I put into it. You see, you're just looking at a change in value. And this is the thing you got to understand about investing. Just because you see red doesn't mean you've lost anything, because it's only value that you're looking at. It's dollars in value. You haven't lost anything until you sell something. Okay? You haven't lost anything because your money is still there. You haven't lost a dime. You're just looking at the change in value.
Got it.
You're not looking at it. You haven't lost anything. That's what I'm saying to you, Karen. Don't panic because you haven't lost anything. You just see the value change. And that's why we tell you, as a long-term investor, if you can't handle the ups and downs of the market, and you don't care if there's a crash, you don't care if there's a depression in the market, because you're in it for 5 years. And to make sure you stay in it for 5 years, when you put this money, you roll your 401k into a Roth IRA, you're required to keep that money in there for 5-year minimum.
Oh, okay.
You can't take it out. So
that sounds right.
All you're doing is changing what it is invested in. And you're doing that to try to get the biggest bang for the buck. Okay, so the reason why the Roth IRA is good, because 2 reasons. One, all the money you put in there is after tax money. That's what we suggest. That you tell the people that are putting money in it, you want that money put in after you pay your taxes. Why do you do that? Because the thinking, and there's 2 ways to think about this. If you're a very, very young person then you want to put your money in after taxes. If you're an older person like me, I'm 65, I'm 55, you know, Jameek, you're 45, you can afford to put your money in before taxes. Why? Because by the time you're of an age to take it out, you'll be in a totally different tax bracket. See? But by you using before tax money, it gives you a larger lump of money to invest. And the more money you have in, the more money it's going to grow. You see? And since your age is going to put you in a lower tax bracket, this is just a strategy, a suggestion. It's just an idea. You don't have to do it. But this is, and most people don't do this. They don't think about it this way. They don't think about the fact that they're going to be in a lower tax bracket when they're of an age to be able to take that money out. See? So they don't think about, they don't realize that you'll be paying less tax anyway. But I agree with the vast majority of people. They don't do that. Nine out of 10 people put their after-tax money into the Roth IRA. And the logic is absolutely sound as a diamond, because you want to pay taxes on it when the money is little. But when it grows up big into thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars, you don't have to pay no taxes.
Okay.
See, so that's the prevailing strategy and the approach to the Roth IRA, because you have a choice. You can have them put the pre-tax money in or after-tax money in. 9 out of 10 people will put after-tax money in there because you already paid your taxes. And it's little. You're putting in $100, or every week you're getting paid. You might $50. You're paying taxes on $60. But if you keep doing that for 52 weeks, if you get paid every week, or half of that for, you know what I mean, 27 weeks or whatever it is for half of that, 26 weeks, then every time you put in 50 times 26, do the math, you know? But it's all after tax money. But now you got a year's worth of money invested in one particular Tesla stock or something that is growing. And the way it's going to happen is you're just putting money in an account. You're putting money in an account. Okay. Like here, hold on a second. Let me get rid of this. I got to get rid of this annotation thing. I'm going to show you now what you're looking at here. This is my Yahoo account. You guys can see this, right?
Yep.
Okay. This is just for the sake of viewing what I have in my actual account. This is not my actual account. This is just a mock-up, a copy of my actual account. And the reason why I set this up is I don't want to have to log into Fidelity just to look to see how much money, you know, I'm making. Okay, so that's why I set this up. At the top here, you'll see that it shows you exactly how much money. This is actually the money I have in my Fidelity account, but this is not my Fidelity account. This is just my window that I use to view what's going on with my stocks at any given moment of the day, right? Okay. Because otherwise, I have to go over here. I got to open up another window. I got to log into my Fidelity account. You know what I'm saying? And rather than do this logging in stuff, logging in, and then, you know, and then from there, I got to click this. I got to go to my positions every time I want to check what's going on in my account. But you see this number here? It matches what is going on in my Yahoo account.
Understand.
You see that? You guys see that, right?
Yeah, I do.
This is my Yahoo account. This is my Fidelity account. The numbers are almost to the dollar, the same, right? So rather than me do all that logging in, and if you keep this up here, Fidelity's going to kick you out. They're not going to let you just keep this up here all day long. They're going to they're gonna make you come out of that. Okay.
So
So rather than do that, I set up my Yahoo account and I go to this every morning. I don't even go to my, only time I go to my Fidelity account is when I'm gonna buy stocks or I'm gonna transfer money in so that I can buy stocks. I don't sell stocks. That's me. I don't sell stocks. I'm not a trader. So, and what I'm showing you guys right now is primarily to make you into investors, long-term investors. This is a long-term investing strategy. This is the way you do it. Okay. So what I want you to do is, Karen, you can speak to this because Karen just went through this of setting this up, you know, and once you get it set up, then you learn how to go to your holdings. You click on this holding tab up here, and then you can go down here and you can like hit this little arrow right here. It'll open up, and in here you can make changes to how many shares you have. Okay, the date that you bought those shares, you can change that in here, and you can even put in the cost per share. You can put that in. Okay, here in Yahoo. All right, and then when you're finished, you just close this and you go back up to your summary.
Okay.
And you're going to get this again, but that's how you make changes to this. And Karen can speak to, because she just did it. When you set this up, you know, it's a whole process. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I got interrupted.
No, it's okay.
I was trying to understand. You said when you get it set it up. Me, I don't know how to set it up. So
that's what I'm showing you now.
Okay. So I'm sorry.
That's what I'm showing you now. So to set this up, right? Say I want to start like a new watch list, right? I would go in, and Karen, you actually would be able to help me do this better than I could, because these are my watch lists, right?
Right.
Yeah. See, and it's kind of, you got to bear with me, folks, on this, because I set this up over 10 years ago.
Wow.
That's how long it's been set up for me. It's close to 20 years. This is my same thing, okay? And I'm trying to click on, say again?
Click on your name up there, top right.
Is that what gets me, okay, and then I can add a new account or a new watch list? Right.
I thought watch list was gonna show myself.
Right. I think you can share, cuz. I think you can share, right? I'm gonna stop.
Oh, okay. Let me see what I got. I have to get out of this.
Okay, no, I think I have to come out. It says I am sharing. Hold on, let me see what it allows me to do.
Okay, Uncle Russell.
Yeah.
Okay, we're still confused.
I know. Go ahead.
So I'm sorry. It's like
no, it's okay.
We're like behind on this. Just
no,
really
it's okay.
want to understand on.
So you were
showing us the steps on what to do, how to start it.
Right.
Like
well, what you're speaking about? You're speaking about the Yahoo list, right?
Just start. Period.
Okay.
Period.
Well,
and that's where we want to do it, but we don't know what to start with. What
okay.
I just found out you're using Fidelity Investments as the vehicle.
Right.
So
right.
That's the vehicle, and you just named off what to use. Oh, no. Okay. Blue chip stocks.
Right.
Okay?
Those are the stocks that are in this list that you're looking at. That is my original list.
There it is. See? There it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, don't go by that. That's not right either. I don't even know why they put that up there. You know, these things never do what they're supposed to. I always have to play around with these things to get to.
Look under my portfolio. There was a drop down choice.
Over here on my portfolio?
Got my watch list, stock.
Yeah.
If you want to create a watch list.
Right. So, but no, we'll see, but see,
right.
Okay. So now here, I'll click on that. But see, that's bringing you to the list I already have. See, I want show them how to create a list. So,
Okay, then my portfolio, right.
right. Well, portfolio is gonna just allow you to see what I've already created. See here, I think you probably got to go to home.
Finance.
Yeah, bear with us. It's a little bit of a learning experience. Okay. Yeah, I'm not getting a drop down here. See, I was hoping I'd get a drop down and get some options, but it's not giving me any.
How about that finance up at the top? Under see home and mail and news.
Yeah.
What about that finance? What's
Well,
that?
this is the Yahoo. This is Yahoo stuff.
Yeah, I know.
So when I click on this, it's going to take me just to Yahoo Finance. See, because there's no drop down. See, it's just going to bring you to the general Yahoo Finance window. Now down here, since you see this title bar up here, this is below, this is above this one. This is letting you know what I can do in my Yahoo account.
Yeah, but when you click on watch list, suppose you didn't have anything, wouldn't that be the place to start adding?
Right.
Like you would going them and going to summary and going back to watch list.
But look at this. See, when I just put the pointer on it, nothing drops down.
Yeah, well, click it and see what happens.
Well, I did, because it's going to bring you back to my total watch of all of, this is my watch list of all the stocks and everything that I have, which is not accurate. It's not showing you actually, it's showing you stuff that I had from years back and whatnot, which is what I don't really want. See?
Yeah.
Best stock, you know, this is stuff that's really not relevant to me.
Right. This is for those who have some.
So Jameek, the first thing he's going to have to do is he's going to have to join Yahoo.
Yeah, that's
the Yahoo account.
Oh, you do?
Have Yahoo.
You have a Yahoo account? Okay, then you should be able to click on click on Yahoo Finance. And when you click on Yahoo Finance, you're going to get this sub bar down here with all these things that you can do. All right. And I think when you go here, you're going to click, well, the name of my watch list is my watch list. So it's a little bit confusing here. So if I click on this, it's only going to bring you back to my watch list because that's what it's named.
Scroll down.
Yeah. See?
When you scroll down, keep
these
scrolling.
Are just, this is just my whole list.
Okay, see where it says add symbol on the left? Go up. You went too far down.
Yeah, right here.
Go back up, go up, add symbol right there. Add
right
symbol.
Here.
That's where he can put his first stock in and put the
Yeah, but
that's
but you first have to create a list.
But that's how you create the list, by putting the symbol in there.
Well, see, for Jameek,
that'll be one.
If he hasn't already,
that'll be one.
Huh?
Oh, if he hasn't already purchased the stock, but it's a watch list. It's not real.
No. But I'm just trying to say he first has to create a stock list.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
He hasn't created a stock list yet. So when you click on create, if you want to, it's going to say add a stock, a watch list. So that's the first thing you're going to have to do is create a stock list, right?
And now, I'm saying add symbol. You'll be at
I'm gonna click on it because just to show you, it's not going to do that. You see this? It's going to tell me to tell it what symbol to look up, but I don't have to go there to do that. I can do that right here. I don't know if you guys can see this up here at the top of the key. Yeah. If I click in here and type any symbol, it's going to come up. Like say for instance, this, I don't even know what this is, but I click on that, right? Now it's going to take my whole window now and go into that particular thing. So when I'm here to show you, Karen, this is how you navigate this. You see this little star right here? You see it?
Yeah, I got it now. Add to watch list, yes.
Add to watch list, right? Now, all I did was by going up here, I brought up whatever symbol that was. I don't even know what it is, Funeware or whoever it is. But if I wanted to add that to my list, all I have to do is click this.
or type the symbol name, same thing.
Right.
And he's creating the list.
But I'm saying, well, you type the symbol to get to this window here. All it's going to do is give you all the poop on that particular stock that you typed in. Again,
Right.
This is just a research interface. That's all it is. Research and watch. That's all it is, and it's free. That's all it is.
I have a question. Do you recommend creating a watch list before actually purchasing the stock?
Right.
And
Yeah,
watch
exactly.
it and see how it does?
Right. Exactly. Exactly. That's my point. This is a research and watch interface. This is where you do all your research.
Okay.
You won't do all your research, but you can do some of your research. And this is just the most superficial, bare bone, I mean, jive. This is like just, it's really not what I would not consider this even substantive research. It is just superficial research, so you can just get the basics. See here, it'll tell you the previous close of the stock, right? You can go over here and you can get the profile. Click on profile, right? And then it'll show you who's the CEO of, the key executives, Mr. Alan S. Kaczynski, co-founder, CEO, director, how much he's getting paid. See that? This is just bare, I don't even know who these people are, but this is bare bone, and it's a lot of information. It tell you the year he was born, for God's sake. And this is the bare bone basics.
Wow.
Okay, and it's free. That's what I'm telling you. And you can't.
So
you
Uncle
can't
Russell, let me ask you this.
Huh? Go ahead, Meek.
So let me ask you this. All right. So I know you're saying, great, this is just the engine just to watch and see what you want and everything. And I understand what you're saying too, Karen, that this is just so you could know what the stock is doing before you buy it.
Right.
So my question is, how long would you say is a good time to say, well, I've watched this X amount of time, X long time, to say, okay, when is a good time to say, let me just start purchasing it and go into Fidelity Investments and buy that stock? When would you say is a good time for that?
Right. Well, the goal is to get this thing set up. You want to get it set up, start adding to the watch, adding this. See, if I click add to the watch list, right? And it's going to ask me add to which one, because all of these are watch lists for me.
Well, I don't have any of those now. So if something I'm starting, what would be my first one to start?
You want to set up your my watch list. You could call it Jameek's, so it won't get confused. Call it Jameek's, my Jameek watch list, right? And then you just start adding these stocks in, and I'm giving you the stocks to add in.
Right.
You don't have to even do that. I did all that work for you. All you have to do is go right here to my watch list. Let me go back, and it's just easier for me to do it this way.
Okay.
I just see, and I'm gonna, like I post this to Facebook, and I can email it to you or text it to you. But these are the stocks, and I already have it in order, so you don't have to reinvent the wheel.
Which order do you have it in?
Huh?
Which order? What's your order?
These two stocks right here. Hold on a minute. Let me get my little annotation tool here. Where is it? Oh, okay, this one here. Okay, so this ooh, what's wrong with it? Oh, I'm sorry. Am I sharing? Yeah, I am sharing. Why is it not giving me my tool?
Take it off.
Okay, here we go. All right, so see this right here. These two stocks right here. You guys, can you see that?
I see it.
Okay, these two are electric vehicles.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Those electric vehicles, right?
Right. These two right here are cannabis, marijuana stocks.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Okay? And what you can do, Jameek,
mm-hmm.
so you don't have to write all this stuff down.
Okay.
Because I see you writing.
Yeah, I am. I'm sorry. Okay, thank you.
You take a screenshot.
Okay, gotcha.
You know, you got the screen. Are you on the desktop?
I'm on a MacBook.
The same thing. Okay, so up on the upper right. Oh, I don't know where Mac is. I don't know where they put this. But you want to take is a thing that says copy screen or whatever. You know, when I'm finished, and then you just take a screenshot, open up your email, paste it, then hit paste, hit Control V or whatever. Yours is probably Command V, and you paste it in an email to yourself and send it to yourself.
Oh.
So you don't have to do all of that. See, again, that's why I'm doing this workshop, because there's a lot of, this is just the basic stuff. We're not going to get it all done in this workshop. And that's why, Karen, you remember when I told you I was going to set the workshop for 2 hours?
Yeah, I knew that wasn't going to be fly.
Well, we were originally thinking, 1 hour. We were thinking 1 hour.
Yeah, that
And
was
it's just,
not.
right. It's just 2 of us in here, two people and myself. So
You're right.
And this is the way I want it to be. I want it to be like this. I want it to be granular.
Interactive. Also,
right.
I was
rock bottom basic. No, there's no such thing as a dumb question, because this is rock bottom basic stuff. And this is just housekeeping. We haven't even gotten to the good stuff yet. But we're kind of doing both, because I'm showing you guys, I'm giving you the list. So this is like putting you right ahead of all the work I've been doing for 20 years. You guys don't have to reinvent that wheel. I don't. I want you to take this baton from where I am, and go forward. And however long it takes me to explain it, that's however long it takes me to explain it. There is no set proper time, you know. You just get it when you get it, you know. But I'm just breaking it down to you and show you how I broke this down. Now this TLG, these two right here, and these are lithium and graphite. You see the L here and the G, and they don't always use the L, but they'll use either L or G, so you'll know this is a lithium graphite commodity stock.
Gotcha.
See?
Can you go back for me? What was PLNF and CBDS?
TLGRF. Well, if you click on it, it's
the other ones, PLN. That was marijuana.
Oh, this one. These two are PLN HF. Yeah, this is Planet 13, right? When you click on it, and that's another thing good about Yahoo. When you click on this blue word right here, when you click on this word right here, it's going to show you what it is in Yahoo.
Right.
See, that's why you want to keep this list, because now you got your research tool, one-stop shopping, and you don't have to go into your portfolio and all that other stuff. Because what you're going to do is you're going to build your actual portfolio when you go to Fidelity, and you're going to open up your Roth IRA account. Like if you, what did they do? Did I get rid of it? I think I closed it. But I was going to show you that my Roth and my in Fidelity, I have a Roth IRA account. But once you go to Fidelity, it's going to ask you what kind of account you want to set up.
Right.
See, and you just tell them I want to set up a Roth IRA, and they're going to say, and there's only really three. I think it's only 3 types of account basically that I use. It's a Roth IRA, which is the first one you should set up at your guys' age group. Then there is what they call a retail investment account, which is a straight up naked brokerage account. You use that just for trading stocks, but it does not have the tax advantages that the Roth has. So young people should not be using that account.
The retail investment.
Yeah, retail investment brokerage account.
Brokerage account. Okay. So don't use it.
Don't use it if you're young. No, because
okay. I'm not even going to write that down.
So
it's going to cause you to have. You're going to have to do all kinds of counting and all kinds of nonsense. It's going to drive you nuts, and you got to pay for your gains.
What?
Yeah. You got to pay. Huh?
your gains.
Yeah, any gains, you know, you ever heard them say, you ever hear people say you have to pay capital gains
Yeah.
taxes?
Yeah.
Well, this is your capital and it's got gains.
Any money you make on
Yeah.
it,
You gotta pay. Yeah. Right.
How often is that? Monthly or what?
Well, they suggest you do it quarterly, but you
Okay.
see, the reason why I stay away from it is because I just wait until the end of the year and see what we got. Like my mom is in, I got her a retail brokerage account because she's over 80. So she's not going to get any more. She can't even, I don't even think they will allow her to do a Roth because of her age. Like me, I'm over 65. So I started to do a Roth, but I one of the people, and again, anything you want to know, call Fidelity and ask them. That's why I say go to Fidelity, because they're a full service investment firm. It's not like that Robinhood nonsense. Robinhood, I don't even know if you have anybody you can call and speak to, you know. But Fidelity is full service. But unfortunately, if you want to do Bitcoin trading, you have to go to Robinhood. Fidelity doesn't do Bitcoin.
Right.
They don't do. And another the
Well, how do you have it? You
Huh?
have Bitcoin. You have Bitcoin.
the Dogecoin, the Dogecoin. You see, you can tell what I hold because you can see right here. These are all the things that I actually own.
Oh.
This is the shares column. So I can know at a glance what I own of any particular stock.
So what about the other ones?
Right.
Well,
What's up with the other ones that doesn't show the shares? So
those are things I don't own. I don't own them, so I don't fill it. Remember what I said when I go to hold on a minute, let me go back to
watch list.
Yeah. See, when I go back, when I go here to holdings,
my holdings, right?
Yeah, my holdings. Now I can go in here and I can roll these down, all of them. See, I got numbers in here on these right here, but there are no numbers in here because I don't own any of these. The moment
you just
I buy
just to watch?
Huh?
You just put it in there just to watch and see what they're doing?
Right. See, but why would you wouldn't fill any of this in because you don't own any of them. You don't have to fill this in order to see what it's doing.
Okay.
So
in order for that to be filled in, you got to put it in the Fidelity investments.
Right. Exactly. Why would you wouldn't want to fill this in and you don't actually own it. It's not. It doesn't serve any purpose.
Okay. So you're just watching those Bitcoin and the rest of them on down there.
I'm just watching them. Right. That's why this is my watch list. These are stocks that I know every day whether they're going up, whether they're going down. All of them. I got all of these in here. This is Skyworks. This is Upworks. This is Carnival Cruise Line. This is Royal Cruise Line.
Wait, go back and give us what you said, the categories, because you said energy, marijuana, lithium.
Right. That's what I was in the middle of. I was in the middle of doing that. So that's why I didn't erase these boxes. So I'm going to use them when I go back to summary. But I want you to see that this Yahoo is one of your most valuable tools because you don't have to own anything to see what's going on. You don't have to, you know what I'm saying? You can use it just to watch. To watch. Okay. So now I'm going to put these back to where it was. Now, but what I was saying is these two stocks right here, this is purely EV, electric vehicles. Okay. These two right here, these are my two cannabis stocks that I hold. Okay. These two right here, they support they support this one. They support the Tesla and the FUV, the Fun Utility Vehicle, or Archimoto. Archimoto is the name of this. When you click on this, the name that's going to come up is going to say Archimoto. But don't be too worried about remembering the names of this stuff because you're going to get it. You're just starting. As you keep looking at these things and you keep clicking on it and you keep reading up on it, you're going to learn what these stocks are. See, like if I click on FUV right now, It's going to tell you, see right here, it says Arkimoto. See, it says that right here, Arkimoto,
Mhm.
right? And then it tells you, but the symbol is FUV.
Okay.
See? So this is how you're going to learn and get familiar, with the particular things. And what I'm showing you here is how to navigate this system. Okay.
Okay.
It don't seem hard to navigate from the way I'm looking at it and how you're doing it. It's just basically the screen just to watch and see what you have or what you want to look at. I get it. So the ones that you have,
right?
Go back to the go down some more, please. Some more. Keep going. All right. So the ones that you have right there, where ETC USD is, and bottom, the ones you don't have.
Yeah.
Okay. For myself and Addie, when would you say, like, when you start seeing like a slight increase or
if you're just starting out
on it or something?
Right, but here's the thing. When you're a long-term investor, there is no win. You just start buying.
Yeah.
I mean, you can wait until there's a crash in the market if you really want to get the biggest bang for your buck. Is you wait for a day like this, where everything is red.
That's the truth.
It's the exact opposite. It's the opposite of what people would tell you. And that's how when people tell you to buy something when everything is green, right away they don't know what they're talking about.
Right, because I remember it's just starting. You buy it when it's bearish.
Right, buy low. Buy low.
You don't want to be a bull. You want to be a bullish person, because when you're bullish, it's up there.
It's too late. It's too late.
Right? So it's better to get it bearish, because that's where you're going to see that increase in time.
Right, and all stocks, all markets. See, and another thing about this Yahoo screen is you look at the very top, you get all of the markets: NASDAQ, Dow, S&P 500, Russell 2000, and they even show you oil, what the price of oil is right now.
Understand? What does that mean? What does S&P mean? What is Dow? What is it?
Standard and Poor's. S&P means Standard and Poor's.
I don't get it. What does it mean?
It is just a portfolio of stocks. That's all it is. It's just like this watch list that I have. Well, this is Standard and Poor's watch list.
Okay.
And everybody just agrees that we're going to use that as some kind of standard bearer, which for the life of me, I still don't understand. But what it is it's the stocks that are in this portfolio are like, they have to be profitable. Otherwise, they can't even get in. So that's why people look to this portfolio.
Okay.
You see? The Dow is Dow 30. These are the blue. If you click on anything that's blue in Yahoo, when you click on it, it's going to show you all the stocks in that portfolio.
Okay.
See, the Dow is the portfolio that when you get the Dow Jones, this is the portfolio of blue chip stocks. So if you click on this right here, you're going to get all of the stocks that are in. You should be able to get all the stocks that are in that portfolio. But this is everything related to the stock. This is all the news that's related to the stock. It's still not even showing you the portfolio of things that are in it. But then when you go here and you see, it's still not going to see. The Dow Jones is like Dow Jones Industrial Average of the entire market. So I take that back. It's not a portfolio. It's just telling you the average number of shares that are winners and losers, or whether people are buying or people are selling. That's all it's really telling you. It's just an indicator of the overall activity that's happening in the market. Now, I use it just for fun, be honest with you. It doesn't mean anything to me because I'm a 5-10 year. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. When you're a 5-10 year investor, none of this means anything to you. You're just doing it for fun. You're just doing it for conversation, because in 5 years, this 29,000 is going to be over $100,000, over 100,000 shares traded. So
let me ask you this, Uncle Russell, on what
Mhm.
you're saying with that. Let's just say if I was to, what's a good amount to say, look, to start with and to spread out on that list that you have shared
right. Well,
with us. So
well,
we say, like my wife and I, of course, let's say, hey, if we say, look, we can start off with about $2-3 grand or something like that.
Right.
I'm just giving a number out there.
right,
And
right.
would
Well,
you say that would be a good number, or
right.
explain
That's a good number. And what I would do is I would sink as much as I can right here into Tesla when you
Okay.
get money. But if you're saying you want to try to grow that 2,000 or 3,000, because if you put it in, whatever you put in Tesla, I'm going to tell you right now. But see, usually people with $3,000 and $4,000, if you do buy Tesla, you only might get three share of Tesla, 3, and it's going to go up. Oh, let me tell you. But
okay.
but for that 3,000, here you got a stock that's worth $21. Now you can get 1,000 of worth of this, and you can get, you can wind up getting 20 or 30 share of something. And every time that goes up $1, you're making $30, $40. If it goes up $5, you're making $5 times however many shares you have.
So $1,000, you're saying, of the FUV,
Say,
because
I
it's
have
at
to do a
$21
calculator.
a share. So if I put like 1,000 into that, that's
Right.
geez.
Let me get see, now you got to break out your calculator, because
Right.
you got to say whatever it is right now. You take $1,000, 1, 2, 3, right?
Right.
.00, and you divide it by, what is that? 2162, 21.62, and
That's
it equals, and
46.25.
that's telling you how many shares you would get at that
Gotcha.
price. That's
Gotcha.
all you. And so when you go to Fidelity, you already know you want to order 46 share. See?
Okay.
And that just covers that $1,000 that you want to invest in that particular stock.
Got it.
That's how you would calculate it before you even, but when you go to Fidelity, they're going to calculate it for you. They're going
to calculate it for me. Okay.
Yeah. So
a live person is not the computer, right?
Huh? No.
Let
me show you. Let me show you here. See, right now, if I go into Fidelity, right?
Right.
Let me log in. I'm gonna show you this guy. Disregard the blue, all the blue stuff. Now I'm in, right? Now, say for instance, these are my positions right here. In this right here is my brokerage IRA. This is the first IRA that I set up. It's not a Roth IRA. See right here, this is my Roth IRA. I only got $384 in there, right? No, I'm sorry, I got $8,000 in there, right? Mm-hmm. But this one, I have $117,000 in value in there, right? So I go to this one, I go to positions, like say for instance, I want to buy FUV, right? I click on FUV, right away it's going to bring up the buy or sell. What do you want to do?
Buy.
Yeah, you want to buy, so you click buy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you say you want to put $1,000 in. You already know that it's going to give you, like say you wanted to get $1,000. Now you have to know, right, that you want 46 shares. So I would go there, I'm gonna put 45, right? Gotcha. And then you hit this little calculator, right? You see this little calculator?
Yeah.
You just hit that. Boom. It tells you, it brings up the calculator. So you put in the amount of money that you want to put in, which is going to be $1,000. I'm gonna put $100 in there because I already have it up there. Like you want to get 100. So right away, as soon as I put the 100 in, look down here. It tells you how much it's going to cost and how many shares you're going to get.
Got it.
See, it calculates all of that for you. So you don't even have to break out a calculator.
So we need
So it's just a matter of you getting comfortable with using the interface.
So Addie want to know, do you have a brokerage already?
Huh?
A brokerage IRA?
Right. This is my brokerage IRA that I'm in. This is my brokerage IRA.
Is that something which you recommend me to get, a brokerage IRA?
Yeah, you could. Now, the reason why I got a brokerage IRA was because when I'm going to close this. because when I retired from Verizon, I didn't take a pension. I took a lump sum buyout.
Got it.
So
Okay.
when you take a lump sum buyout, they gave me $300,000 rather than give me a pension. And so I took that money, and you're not allowed to, you have to roll that into something. They will not give you a check. You cannot put that in your bank account. They won't do it. I had to set up a brokerage. I had to set up some kind of IRA. That's the way Verizon does it. Now, I don't know about other companies. That's the way Verizon does it. You have to set up some kind of account, and they transfer that money, or they give you a check that is not, you can't cash it. You have to use it to put into a bank account. And then from that bank account, I rolled it into this brokerage IRA.
Okay.
And now if I also had a 401k, and every 401k allows you one time per year, you can do what they call is a rollover, which means you can move it from one place to another and you don't have to pay taxes on it.
Right.
And I rolled that into this brokerage IRA, and I didn't have to pay taxes on it. Why? Because this brokerage IRA is a before tax account.
Ah.
It's not a
Okay.
Roth IRA. See this Roth IRA right here? I'm gonna click on it. This is a Roth IRA. This is an after tax account. So all the gains that I get in here, I don't have to account for that. I don't have to do any accounting. Now you see this this TOD right here?
Yeah.
That's the retail account I was telling you about. That my mom, she originally, when we put this money in here, she put in something like $5,000, and it blew up to $32,000. So now she's going to have to pay taxes on that $32,000 gain.
Woo.
That's called capital gains.
Right.
But since she gets an exempt of $12,000
Because of her age.
just because you're an American. The basic exempt for every American used to be $6,000. Now they doubled it with the tax thing. That's the one good thing we got out of that filthy president. But they double, and the Democrats put that in. That they say, okay, if you want to give that to the rich, then you got to double the exempts for the average person. And so now instead of $6,000, you get $12,000 as a basic write-off on your taxes. So that 32 is going to get covered in that $12,000. So she's not going to have to pay anything.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, she won't have to pay anything. And my mom's basic income on record is $12,000 a year or less, a little bit more than that. She's well below poverty at her on the record with her Social Security. So that 12,000 plus this 32, she's barely in the $40,000 range. So she still won't have to pay any taxes. That $12,000 will cover everything, just as a basic exempt. So that's why I don't put any more money into this account. All my monies go into these two accounts right here.
I see.
See, because one is after tax and one is before tax.
Which one
This before tax is the one that I'm using. Now, everything I take out of this account, I have to pay taxes on it. But I'm paying taxes as a 65-year-old instead of as a 40-year-old.
Right.
See, as a 65-year-old, I'm a senior citizen, so I get taxed on a lower tax bracket.
So what would be the first one would you say between to start off
Roth.
with?
You guys at your age, you have to do Roth. Because you're still, you know we're as close to 65. It'll take you 20 years before you get to a 65. So don't even bother with this.
So don't start with so not the brokerage, it's the Roth.
Roth, yeah. For you guys, it's Roth, and you want to do after tax money. Because now when this money gets big, and it's gonna get big, if you invest in Tesla, I would say put the bulk of your money in Tesla stock, because Tesla stock is going to move right now. It is set at It's set at 860 or close to $800 a share right here, but you have to multiply that times 5 because the stock split 5-to-1. So the actual price of Tesla is this number times 5.
You said
That's
5. No, I'm sorry, I missed that 5. Where'd the
Yeah.
5 come from?
Because Tesla stock split 5-to-1 when it was $2,500 a share. It split 5-to-1. And when it did that, they erased the original 2,500 that it was, and they made it $500 a share. And there is no way for you to ever find that unless you go back in the record and you go back. Like if I click on this right here, right? I click on Tesla. This is why this is such a valuable tool. And you go to price history. You go to right here, go to historic data. You click on that. Okay. And then you scroll down. Let me see where is it? Okay, well, they got it as historic data. So now you can set the parameters here for let me see. We want to go from let's go just go back here. We'll go back on a 5-year, right? When did that thing, Karen, you remember when that thing split? It might be in 1 year.
August? I think it was August.
August of last year, right?
Yeah, 2020.
Right, so we should be able to scroll back here to August, and you should see the word 5-to-1. No, yeah, you got to go back to August.
Wow, it was that cheap. Oh God.
You see that?
Yeah, I see it.
See that 5-to-1 split?
Oh,
Right.
That is the only way, and to show you how disingenuous they are. Karen, look at what they, and I whenever I see this, I get very upset. Because if you look at that, if you look at the numbers though, you still can't see what it was, because back on August 27th, August 26th, it was not no $422. Tesla stock was $2,500 at that time.
Right.
But you see,
That's how high it got.
They erased the record. This is why
Right.
I say it's so disingenuous, because they erased the record of what it was. And
So in order to find out when it splits, any stock,
no,
if
this
you say,
is
hey,
you,
they about to do a split.
No, you're looking at when it split. Right there, August 31st.
No, but I'm saying, is there a way to be alerted? Is there like an alert that lets you know, say, hey, it's about to split?
Oh, yeah.
It has split?
They let you know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It, on here, it lets you know? Or
No.
where?
No,
Everywhere.
Everybody knows.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's not going to matter, Jameek. It's not going to matter. And that's why they do what they do, because what's going to happen, let me give you a perfect example. And this is why we have to do this workshop. You guys got to understand how splits work. Like, say, for instance, before this split happened on August 31st, say at this point, at August 28th, you had 5 shares of Tesla.
Correct.
On August 28th. And each one of those shares was worth $2,500, just round numbers, because that's actually what it was on this date right here. Tesla was, and what the reason why it's saying to Karen knows, she was there.
Yeah.
But if you weren't there, it's hard for you to know and believe that it really was, right, Cos? Because now you can't see the number.
Right, it's gone, yeah.
It's
right. And I think it was when it split and I was able to get in.
You got in after the split?
700. That was the only reason I could get it.
Oh, that's right, because it had went up to 2,500.
It was like $700 and something a share when I jumped in, and now.
Oh, but yeah, that was well after the split. But you
can't even.
Well, let me ask you, because how you don't have to. How many shares did you buy when you first bought?
Not many. I think I got one at one time, and a couple more months later, I got one more, and recently.
So I'm trying to determine, were you pre-split or after the split?
I was definitely after the split. I could not afford no $2,500.
Oh, yeah, okay. Because see, Janice was there pre-split.
Wow. Okay.
And she only bought one share. So
Wow.
she's a perfect example. So now Janice, Jameek, to continue the example, is right here is showing you that it's split 5-1.
Right.
So, but because what is so disingenuous about this is it's really kind of cold-blooded. Because you can't even calculate this number. If you multiply 5 times this number right here,
Right.
it's only going to tell you what it was at that time.
Right.
But you have to know, you have to do that.
Yeah.
To determine what it was.
Right.
So you can appreciate what it is now at 700 or almost 800. You dig?
I got you.
So now you can appreciate
Oh man.
what it is now, because every number you look at, be honest with you, if you just want to keep it real simple, every number you look at, you multiply it times 5, and that's telling you what Tesla actually is worth.
830.
But it only is worth that for people who were pre-split.
Right.
Pre-split. If you're post-split or after split,
that's the value, right?
Then what you see is what you get. WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
All right. But so and fear not, it's going to split again.
So now is a good time to really get it if you missed that first split.
And that's why I said just get in. Just get in. Just start getting in. You know? And they already have predicted that the next high price for this is going to be $1,036.
Yeah.
They've already predicted it. I posted it on Facebook.
Yep.
I don't have Facebook. Sorry. So
but I'm just saying. Well, see that the only thing is you're just not going to get the notifications. You're not, because as things, because I every night I sit back. Oh, let me well, I want to come, we'll come back to this, but I want to show you guys a list of people that I use. Where are my people? Oh, okay. I'm gonna go to the slide. I'm gonna go back to the slide and show you this. Okay. And I had started on this particular slide to talk to you about this is really just the agenda of what we were going to talk about today. That's the only reason why I brought
Uncle
this.
Russell, are we going to continue this on tomorrow? Because a lot of stuff has been interrupted because of our son, Nathaniel, your favorite nephew. So I just want to let you know that he's draining over here. So forgive us if we probably made some. We need some more.
But see,
on tomorrow.
But that's why I said it. I said it for every weekend this month for the first month, because I want to get everybody up to speed to the basics. Everything we're doing for the first month.
Basics. That foundation is so critical.
Right. So, you don't know what's going on if we start talking. And what I want to show you right off the bat before we get too far gone is this right here. And I'll email you guys this stuff or post it in text for you, and you can copy it or download it. This is a list of investment terminology.
Yeah.
All right. And cuz I think I gave you this, right?
No, I don't recall seeing this. I need it.
Yeah. See, a lot of this terminology is what you're going to need. And when I did the first, I brought one of my analysts up. His name was Galileo Russell. This is my list of analysts. These are my analysts that I use. And Galileo Russell is this guy right here. This kid, let me see if I can. Yeah, Galileo, this is Galileo Russell right here.
Nathaniel.
And he's the youngest analyst And this is my list of analysts right here that you're looking at. This is Kathy Wood. She's the lady from ARK Invest. She owns ARK Invest, the investment firm. This lady and her firm is on the cutting edge of everything that's getting ready to happen. This is the go-to lady for cryptocurrency, for EV, energy usage, electric vehicle, full self-driving, everything related to Tesla, cryptocurrency, like I said, which is the Bitcoin. Cryptocurrency is the category, but the specifics coins that you're going to use is Bitcoin. And on my list, there was another one called ETC, but all of them are cryptocurrencies, though both of those two. And she's on the cutting edge of that. She's also on the cutting edge of genomics, which is a medical play on stocks and companies that are getting ready to do a groundbreaking research ever since they map the human genome. Well, companies now are taking that mapped information now and they're creating therapies and medical tools that are on a gene level, that they're going to be doing corrective. They'll go into your genes and give you a pill that will correct flaws in your genes. That, like, say, if your family is cancer prone, well, these companies are going to develop therapies and corrective tools that will remove or correct that gene in your body. That's why she she predicts that there's going to be an explosion in that field. And the reason why I bring her up is she is doing those three fields. So if you want to know stocks you can rely on, you go to ARK Invest and you look at their you're going to look at their portfolio ETF and their portfolios, and in those portfolios they'll show you all the stocks that she is invested in, you know. And right. I would take the top two in the categories that she is in. So you don't have to do all that analysis. She's already done all that for you.
Cool.
See?
Cool. Just to let you know, Russ, I was talking to Erica about getting on, and she said she would jump on tomorrow. So
okay, that's why we set it up for a different time. You know, it's gonna make it worse for her, though, right? What would that put her in? Early morning?
What time is it going to be?
7 to 9 p.m.
Oh, yes, 7 p.m. 8, 9, 10,
7 to 9 p.m. Okay.
That's like 2 in the morning for her.
Yeah. Ouch. Well, that's why we did it on the weekend. You know,
right? Give them options, choices.
Right.
Right.
So
where is Erica? Where is she?
This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning.
Kuwait.
So, you know, go ahead, Meek.
Oh, she answered that she's in Kuwait.
Huh?
No. Karen already answered it. She says she's in Kuwait.
Yeah, Kuwait.
Yeah. So, but one of the things I wanted to show you here is these folks. Tasha Keeney right here. She's the representative for Kathy Woods.
Okay.
So she's the top analyst. She's the top analyst that's from, and you see on here it says ARK Invest. So she's the top analyst for Kathy Woods.
So having these people, is something I should have to like.
Acquire,
learn from. Or something
later on. But I'm just showing you this because I'm showing you this is the group of people that I use to make my investment decisions, because they do all the homework for me. I don't have to keep, because even though I'm retired, for you guys, it's even worse. You don't have time to be looking all of this stuff up. You're going to school, you're working, you're raising kids and whatnot. So you need a corner cutter. You know, you need somebody to cut a corner, help you have reliable information that you can trust. So in a sense,
Right.
these are like your people who help you make decisions on what to invest in long term.
And how much do they cost?
No,
They don't cost anything. That's what I'm trying to tell you. This is the beauty of it.
Just double check.
Yeah, I've done all of this for you. You gotta remember who we are. This is family. We don't charge family for stuff. This is not going to cost you anything. And what I'm trying to help you do is avoid the broker. I don't want you to go pay a broker. I want you to avoid that.
Exactly.
This is stuff you should know, period. You should just know this stuff. It's just basic financial basics, you know, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. This is just the information you need just to make money and grow your money, you know. And it gets a little complicated because unfortunately, you guys were born into a world that has evolved to this level. The world is not standing still. And when Nathan comes up, it's going to be hopefully it'll be more simplified for him, but it first has to go through these stages before it gets more simplified.
But check this out. If Nathan grows up in a family that's discussing this stuff,
It'll be second.
Yeah, you're right, Karen. You're right.
He'll be wondering why nobody else knows this stuff.
Right. That's
he,
very true. If Nathaniel hears it like this and everything, and hears what me and Addie talking about and everything, he only going to know what he's hearing in his house and from his parents.
Exactly.
He'll be able to understand the language and what's happening, and he'll be able to pass it down. But you're right. Nathaniel will definitely pick it up from there.
Right. That's human nature. We're creatures of our environment. Whatever we're around, whatever we experience, that's what we remember. That's what we tend to become and tend to gravitate toward. And the only way that we're going to begin to change change the direction our family has been going in, which hasn't been bad, but it's just that we're not communicating. We're not passing any batons, you know, and it has to stop. In other words, for us to move to the next level, we've got to pass knowledge. Yep. That's why I read that Naeem Akbar piece. You know, to be a better human, you have to have knowledge. Yep. And the more knowledge you have, the better human you're going to be. And with wealth comes responsibility. You know, the church and, you know, our spirituality and our religions, they give us the moral. They give us the moral background. They give us the principles. They give us the behavior, you know. But you need to have the economics now so that you can apply compassion. You can apply forgiveness, because now you can do something for somebody that might pull them out of some kind of a financial catastrophe, you know, because you have the wherewithal, you have the knowledge base, and even more importantly, it goes back to this giving people a fish or teaching them how to fish for themselves. That's what that principle is about. You want to teach people how to fish for themselves, so that now, you know, rather than me giving you a bunch of money, I want to show you how to make your own money. Because I would rather have a person to my right and to my left that are millionaires.
Yeah.
You see? So I could say, hey, let's get together, let's build a school. Let's get together and let's open up a franchise business so we can hire some people in the neighborhood so they don't have to be drug dealers.
Yeah.
And you take the drug dealer and say, hey, dude, you don't have to do the drugs no more. Here's a stock, cannabis. You can Planet 13. Take that drug money, go on in there, invest in that.
Yep.
You know, and these are the ladders. And the way you're going to build these ladders is you got to share this data. But people have to have a plan. They have to have a strategy. And this is the primary way. It is one way, you know, but like the example I just said, this is how you build your wealth. Now, what you're going to do with your wealth, you're going to go over and you're going to now roll it into a franchise business. So now you can hire people to work in your neighborhood. So you're starting to heal your neighborhood where you grow up, because people now have jobs, so they don't have to be knocking each other over the head, you know, to steal somebody's money. You know, and that's the beginning of healing a neighborhood. You have to bring in banks. You have to bring in, that's what was the beauty of Bill Clinton and in New York, David Dinkins. They got together and they created the concept of enterprise zones, because we had no banks in our neighborhoods. Harlem had no McDonald's. You had to go all the way up to 125th Street just to get to a McDonald's. When Dinkins and you had to go all the way up to 125th Street, all the way to 135th Street just to get a bank. Okay, when Dinkins and those folks got into the politics and with Bill Clinton and they put money in and they started, you had a bank on just about, you had to go 3-4 blocks, boom, there was a little local bank. Another block, boom, there's a McDonald's, there's a Dunkin' Donuts. Now people are getting jobs. This is raising the tax base into the neighborhood, and it dominoes from there. But it starts with having money. You have to have a financial base in order to move. Once you move yourself up, two things are happening. You're gonna be able to pass down an estate to your child and your children, and you're gonna educate them on and let them know you're gonna be responsible for building this and making it better, and you train them why. The goal is you gotta help to bring up our family and to bring up our neighborhood. See, that's what, and we got on this subject, Karen, because we were talking about doing a scholarship fund.
Right.
So that we now can help the kids that we want all our kids to go to college and get the basics.
And then I'm thinking twice about that, because other kids don't have to go to college.
I was getting ready to say that. It's not always about college. There's trade school. And you know, my thing is, I say,
well, our son is going to college though. Daniel is going to college.
Well, yeah, because
you know, there's no buts about that.
Right. Because you have to keep in mind, it is only a certificate that is needed to go work for somebody else. Because that's a qualification you need in order to go work for somebody else. But when you run in your own show, you don't need no
to have in college. Yeah.
Huh?
We have evolved. We have evolved because I grew up with that same sentiment.
Yeah.
My parents pushed education, and
Right.
I went for my master's. Along the way, I have learned that if you can own your own business, you don't need a degree.
You don't need a degree. Because what about the guys that have been in prison? See, that's what I'm saying. We got something for everybody.
Yeah.
There's something for everybody, because prison guys can go to trade school.
That's right.
And become an electrician and become a
CDL driver. Yeah, long distance driver. You don't have
welders. You know how much money welders make? How much like that job? A buddy of mine, they offered his son a heavy equipment operator training course where he would come out and have a certificate to operate bulldozers and all these big cranes and whatnot that are lifting things up on these high-rise buildings and all that stuff. You know, and all of that, you don't need no college degree for that.
And if you invest in your baby's account now, by the time 20 years old, you have a nice piece of money to start a business.
Yeah, by the time he's 18. By the time he's 18, go to high school, you say, okay, here, let me show you how to go online. Here's you got $100,000. I want you to take 5 and I want you to work it all this week. And let me see how much you can turn that 5 into.
Yeah.
You know? So he never have to go work for anybody.
That's right.
They just sit there and, like I said, the next step from what we're doing here is you now, once say you grow like I got $100,000. Technically, I can take $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 out, and I can start day trading, and I can start pumping out $500, $600, $700 just with that little bit of money every week. I could show you VectorVest. I could show you where VectorVest will give you 10 stocks, and every week you don't have to do no research. You don't have to do none of that. VectorVest does all of that for you. You pay them $60 a month, and they will give you 10 stocks. So that $60 is an investment, because at the end of the month, you're gonna make anywhere from, if it's 500 a week, say if, let's just go cheap. Let's say it's only 100 a week. All right. If you pump out $100 a week and you spent $60, so you got a profit of $300 or $440.
Yep.
That's the good, to me, that's a good, what they call ROI, return on investment. That goes back to this, wait a minute. Let me get rid of this. I'm gonna go back to my pointer. Yeah, it goes back to this list. Okay. Right here, it says ROI. I don't know if you guys can see this. You see this right here, it says ROI?
Yeah.
That's return on your investment. So every time everything you do basically is an investment when it comes to educating yourself or doing something, for your family member, but primarily yourself. That's the way I look at it. Whenever I go to the gym and I work out, I'm investing in my own self. I'm investing in my health. Why? Because I need my health in order to stay out of the hospital, number one, and to be able to sit here and do the things that I really enjoy doing. That's why, I try to tell folks, your health, and you got to get into a serious workout routine, because you got to live to enjoy all of this work.
Hey, Russ, I got to run because I got to get for Shekinah's reveal thing
Okay.
at 6 o'clock, and we'll be posting, which college she chose to go to. So we got to celebrate her for that.
Yeah, so I say congratulations.
I'm going to pop in again tomorrow, and hopefully we'll get even more people to peek in. I did reach out to Veronica.
Okay.
And I'll remind her that it's today.
Mm-hmm.
Kelsina's already on the ship, so she can't do it.
Okay.
But I'm thinking of who I can reach out to and have them join in, because what you're doing is amazing. I don't know anybody that I know personally that's willing to share this. It's valuable information. So God bless you for doing it. I love you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, cuz.
Again, cousins over there.
Yeah. Addie.
Addie and little baby Nathaniel and Big Nate. Okay.
Yeah.
See y'all later.
And Addie's expecting,
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah.
He's expecting June, Jamaica?
June, yes.
All right. God bless
Yeah.
you.
They're gonna have number 2. Where's he going? You're taking that big guy out, Nathan?
Nowhere. He just wants to go out.
He
He wants
put
to
it
go
on.
out. We're not going anywhere.
Oh, he wants to go. He's putting his coat on already.
Yeah, he wants to wear a coat jacket and everything in the house.
Shoes
I'm
and
like,
all.
what are you doing?
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
So we're trying to pay attention, and he's doing his own thing.
I know. Hey, Nate, what's on, man?
Nate, say hi.
Look at him blushing. He's trying to run away.
Where are you going?
Yeah. So, I just wanted to let kind of, if you, hey, listen, I'm ready to rock and roll if you guys are. You know?
We are. So my wife and I, we're really gonna just dive into this thing and get started on here.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely connect on tomorrow.
Okay.
With you guys and everything. And so if any questions we do ask, again, if you have covered it on today, give us, because of,
yeah. 2 hours is a long time for him not to have energy.
Because he needs our attention. So we gotta probably put him down or something. I don't know.
Okay.
But we appreciate it, and we definitely took some good notes, and you really gave us the tools that we could start with and everything. But we'll talk more about it on tomorrow and everything.
Okay.
Appreciate it. Yes,
all right.
Yeah.
Take care, guys. Love you.
Shirt. I like the shirt. The Tesla shirt. I like that.
Oh yeah. I always have it on.
All right. Well, you have a good night, man. Love you, man.
Love you too. Bye, Eddie.
Bye.
Say bye. Say bye.
Bye.
Have a good day.
Take care. He's something else.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye.